What's happening, guys? UFC 3112 takes place this upcoming weekend, and we have Dracus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland 2 headlining UFC 3112. Let's get into the card and break down the predictions. I don't know if they're going to add any more fights. It doesn't look like they're going to, but fucking hell, this card is terrible. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. This card is absolutely terrible. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of fights on here anyway. Same as the UFC fight night with Israel and Dracus. Fucking hell, it's getting a bit cold. Let me quickly get a jacket. Well, hoodie. Slap that on. But yeah, we got kicking off the card, the prelims. We have got Hai Yun Song Park. Fucking hell, bro. Might don't want to fucking go on, mate. We got Hai Yun Song Park versus, I don't even know how to say your fucking name, Nayam Jagal Tumand. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. I don't know either fight or flyweight bout. It's a flyweight bout. Hai Yun Song is from South Korea. You know what? I'm going to go with the Mongolian guy, Nayam Jagal. I'm just going to pick him. I don't know how. Then we move on. We got a lightweight bout. Quillian, I don't know how to say your name, Australian, versus Anshul Jubli, Indian. I think this guy might be the first male Indian fighter. I don't know if it's him that got to the UFC, but I'm going to pick the Indian. Fuck it. Listen, I'm not racist. I shouldn't have said that, because the way it's coming across a bit mad, you know. Sometimes you gotta just realize and check yourself. So I beg, please, nobody reports me for racism or discrimination. I have a very diverse friendship group. I like all races, all races. You can see now that I'm doing African accent, Uncle Adi has taken over. In fact, Uncle Yemadu has taken over. So I'm sorry. On behalf of Yems, of Big Yems, Yemadu is apologizing to all of you. Okay, but I'm picking Anshul to win. Okay, my Indian brother. Shouts out to you. Again, I am not racist, so I have a very diverse friendship group. Friends from all over the world, from the whole universe. Okay, but we move on. We have a welterweight bout. Jonathan Mikalev versus Kevin Jousset. I'm going to pick the French guy. I don't know these guys. I'll be honest. That's the early prelims. Let's move on. Okay, this one. Interesting. Very interesting. We have Colby Fickenese. Hey, what a name though, guys. What a name. Colby Fickenese versus Alexandre Topuria. And that is a bantamweight bout. Oh, these glasses have been pissing me off. I need to go wash them. To be honest, I think Alexandre Dre, however you say his name, Topuria, is probably going to win. I've seen some of his past opponents, and a lot of his opponents are nothing special, but I think Topuria probably gets it done. He's going to have his brother in his corner, so that's some boosted confidence. And just, yeah, but it's, you know what's crazy, guys? Ilia Topuria is going to be cornering his brother, and guess who's going to be cornering Colby Fickenese? Man like Alex Volkanovski. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, it could go either way, but I think I'm going to pick Topuria. I've never seen Colby fight, but we will see with Alex in his corner. We'll see. I'll probably watch some of his highlights if I can find any, because I'm interested to see how this Colby guy is going to come out and fight. And to be honest, I'm quite interested to see how Topuria fights. I wonder if we're going to get like a smaller Volk versus a smaller Topuria, even though Topuria is the older brother. But I'm going to pick Topuria for that. Then we move on to a women's flyweight bout. We got Wang Chong versus Bruna Brazil. Wang Chong is the favorite. So I'm probably going to pick Wang Chong. I believe Wang Chong, Wang Kong. I believe I've seen her fight maybe once or twice before. Let's actually have a look at her because I'm sure I've seen her fight. Did I watch this fight? Let's take a look, bro. A fight card. Yan Figueiredo. Yeah, I thought I watched her. I knew I watched her. Yeah. Yeah, so you know what? I'm probably going to pick her to win. She looked good. From what I can remember, I don't really remember too much, but from what I can remember, she looked good. She got the submission. So you know what? I'm going to pick Wang Kong to probably get a submission again. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And then we move on to a lightweight bout. We got Tom Nolan versus Vyacheslav Borshev. I'll keep it real with you guys. I don't know either fighter, but the Russian guy is the favorite, and I'm going to keep it real. I was going to pick the Russian guy. He's got a bald head, big beard, and he's from Russia, so I'm picking him. We move on to the last fight on the prelims. We got Jack Jenkins versus Gabriel Santos. Again, I don't know either fighter, but obviously after 3-1-12, I will know of both. I have a fighter. I'm going to pick, Gabriel Santos is a favorite, so I'm just going to go with what the odds are saying, and I'm going to pick Gabriel Santos. And then we move on to the main card. And to kick off the main card, we got Jake Matthews versus Francisco Prado. The odds are not there. I don't know either fighter. To be honest, Jake Matthews looks like he's on smoke. Francisco looks a bit, more chilled out, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But because I don't know either fighter, I'm going to have to go off that. I'm going to pick Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews looks like he might be a bit of a problem, so we'll see. Then we move on to a light heavyweight bout. We got Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato. I do not like your tattoos, Bellato. I'm not going to lie. I think it's a bit too much. But, yeah, hey, Jimmy Crute looks soft. I ain't going to lie. Like I said, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but Jimmy, you look soft compared to Rodolfo. So I'm going to pick Bellato. I'm going to pick Rodolfo Bellato to get, you know what, I'm going to pick him by KO because I'll be real, he looks like he's a bit of a menace. He looks like he's a bit tapped, and Jimmy looks a bit too sweet for me. So I'm going to go with Rodolfo by KO. Then we got a heavyweight bout, Justin Tafa versus Talison Teixeira. Teixeira, you look familiar. Let's have a look at you because I'm sure I saw you fight. Oh, you're 1-0. So, did I see you on Dana White? Because obviously that's where you've come from. I can see the gloves. But did I see your Clay? Is that how I know of you? I might be wrong, but I think this guy trains with... I can't think off the top of my head, but if it's who I'm thinking of, I'm going to pick Teixeira to win. Justin Tafa, I'm sure you got a brother. And I'm sure I've seen you fight a few times before, Justin Tafa. Yes, let me see. Let's look at that fight card. Did I watch this? Did I watch this fight? I think I did watch that fight. But to be honest, I don't really have no faith in Tafa, so I'm picking Teixeira, man. And then we move on to the co-main event. We got Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. I know a lot of people have been saying Tatiana Suarez. I think she has a very good ground game, this, that, and the other. Not going to lie, she is not bad food. She's not like anything special. But let's have a look at her. Oh, she beat Alexa Grasso. Swear down. Round 1, submission, swear down. Okay. Oh, decision, KO, TKO, decision, submission. Okay. Okay. I see why people are saying you could potentially become the champ. But Zhang Weili is good, man. And Zhang Weili is good all round. So I can't really go against Zhang Weili, especially I've watched, I believe, her last 3 fights. And to be honest, I've been quite impressed with her. Like, she's always pushing. And yeah, she's tough, man. Zhang Weili's tough. But after looking at Tatiana Suarez's record and her, how many submissions and decisions she's had, I do see why people are saying she could potentially be the next champion. But because I've seen the Zhang Weili do her thing for so long, I just can't go against Zhang Weili. Let's see how old Zhang Weili is, because Tatiana is 34. Let's see, Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili's 35, so they're at similar age. I mean, I don't know, man. I think that fight's just going to come down to who wants it more. And I'll be honest, I think Zhang Weili's got that dog in her. Like, she's just going to keep pushing no matter what. So I've got to stick with Zhang Weili, man. I'll be real. So yeah, I'm picking Zhang Weili to win that by decision. Then we move on to the last fight on the card, which is a middleweight title bout, and that is Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland. And I'm going to be honest, yeah. Sean Strickland, I feel like, is going to have to put on an absolute masterclass or get a finish for him to beat Dricus. I don't think... You see with Sean, yeah, I don't think he has enough tools in his arsenal to either get a KO or get a definitive decision win over Dricus. I think Dricus is just too active, and like, listen, Dricus has got a dog in him, and he's gonna make it a dog fight. Like, Sean is, and this is the problem. It's a bit similar to Izzy. People like Izzy and Sean Strickland, they're very good at winning by decision, and, you know, quote unquote point fighting, essentially like MVP. But I'll be real, Izzy is on a whole another level, in my opinion, to MVP when it comes to the point fighting and striking and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, MVP is up there. But at least with Izzy can get the... Like, he's had numerous amount of KOs. With Sean, I don't know too much about Sean's career. Let's actually have a look quickly. But wins by knockout 11. So he's 29-6, yeah? He's had 11 KOs, 4 submissions, and 9 first-round finishes, yeah? So, where's his... Let's look at his knockout ratio. His knockout ratio is 39%. And let's look at Dricus. Dricus is 22-2, 10-fight win streak, 9 wins by knockout, 11 by submission. He has a 41% KO ratio. So they're both quite similar. But I'm going to keep it real. I just don't think Sean Strickland has enough in his arsenal to win by decision against Dricus. His only hope is to knock him out. Literally, or to get a TKO. That's his only hope. Because Sean's not going to mix in wrestling, and even so, Dricus is not a weak guy. As much as Dricus is very awkward and he's not the most quote-unquote technical guy, and I actually think he's not, but he's got the dog in him. 2, he's not going to quit. And 3, even though he's not the most technical, it works. And this is what people don't understand. What works for Dricus ain't going to work for someone like me or for someone else. Or what works for me is not going to work for the next guy. Or what works for Israel Adesanya is not going to work for Dricus, vice versa. So Dricus is just good at what he does, and it works for him. So you can't really knock that. And from what I've seen, even his fight against Till, Dricus thrives in these dog fights. And with that being said, I don't think there's anything Sean has to offer that will get him a decision win, because that's the only way I truly see Sean winning. Because I don't see him getting a KO either. So essentially, there is no way for him to win. I think Dracus gets it done again. Probably decision again. Yeah, or maybe a submission. Maybe a submission. I don't see him finishing. I don't see him KOing Sean, but I still see Dracus winning. So, yeah, and the winner of that will probably fight, I reckon, maybe Chimaev or Imavov next, depending on who the winner is. So, yeah, man, that's my predictions for UFC 3112. It's not the greatest card, to be honest with you guys. It's a bit shit. Some of the cards that we got coming up, they've got decent fights on there, but the overall cards are quite shit. But I guess it's better than having no UFC for a couple of weeks. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy UFC 3112. Drop some comments below with your predictions and your thoughts and your breakdowns and whatnot. Follow me on Instagram, Yems Official. Follow my other YouTube, well, my main YouTube channel, Big Yems. All the links will be down below in the description box. But yeah, enjoy UFC 3112. It's Big Yems, and I'm out, man.